Wait for it to come up.
Oh.
All right, we're up.
Welcome to Books You Never Read.
Except for those we have.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Jason.
And today we are discussing chapters 1 through 25, which your book might not have numbers, so good luck. Count your way through. Of Wild Dark Shore by McConaughey. Hang on. By somebody. Oh no. Well, it is by somebody. It's by Charlotte McConaughey. There we go. If this is your first time joining us, you might want to go and make sure that you've read chapters 1 through 25 because there will be spoilers. We love to chat with you in the little discussion box. So if you've got thoughts about what you've read so far, make sure you chat us up there. If you're catching us on the replay, chat us up in that little chat box. We have tons of other books playlisted for you in the playlist section of our channel. All kinds of things. We read lots of stuff in this book club. And we're on Instagram and we're on Fable, where I highly recommend you join because we keep the discussion going in between live sessions there, chapter by chapter. So there are no spoilers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you think?
About the book?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm enjoying it. Peggy was just saying she's having to count the people. I've had to count the people.
She's having to count in Fable because they're not numbered. She's having to count down. Gotcha. Yeah, I had to do that too.
Gotcha. Yes. I'm having to count the actual people. Right. I'm getting confused by characters, and y'all know me. I never know a character's name ever. It doesn't matter. But I keep getting confused by like the characters that we have never like actually met that keep showing up, right? Like her husband and things like that. I'm like, who's this guy? Yeah. And then of course Alex.
Alex.
But so far it's good. I have absolutely no idea what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's definitely at this point it's just like a book about climate change, which is fine. Like
it's a book about
interesting topic.
Climate change and a missing husband.
Yeah. Right. But like so far it is just a book about climate. like there's no, I mean, like, I guess there's a mystery, but like I don't even have enough clues. I mean, like, I guess I have like the room full of blood or whatever, right? Like something's going on there, but they could have just like beat up a seal in there or something. Like I have no idea. So
we've got that. We also have just like an island mystery. So we're also watching Widow's Bay right now. And just there's always little mysteries and superstitions on islands, but this island is carrying the weight of not only a very visual marker of climate change, which is just built-in anxiety, right? Like you see the water rising, like that kind of thing, but also a historical haunt as well of like clubbing seals and whale poachers and
penguins and stuff.
Yeah. And like, so is Ollie? That's the youngest kid, right? I didn't realize it was Orly in the.
Orly.
It sounds like Orly.
When you're Australian, it's just all.
Are they Australian or New Zealander?
They're Australian.
Okay.
Tasmania is off the coast of Australia. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess it never says exactly, but when they say mainland, they mean.
They mean Australia? I thought they were talking about New Zealand.
Well, I think the closest place is Tasmania, or somebody came from Tasmania, but that's Australia.
Yeah. Okay. So interesting. So he talks to the ghosts on the island as they're going out to see the seed bin or whatever. He like looks up in the sky. He's like, "Oh, we're not going that way." And Rowan's like,
I don't remember that part, but I do remember ghost talk.
Yeah, he sees him and talks to him. So Dominic is the dad, Finn is the daughter, and Raph is the oldest brother. Okay. Well, so that's where we are. So beautiful descriptions of like the flora and fauna of this land and how like at first look it's nothing, but then like as Ollie has been reading bits of his book to Rowan, it's like unlocking this visual, which I find I find difficult to understand that Rowan would not have immediately seen the beauty of the flora and fauna, considering that she came from a place where she unlocked all that beauty.
Yeah. I felt like her character development just like rapidly escalated, right? Like it was very fast, right? She's like injured, she's hanging out, and then all of a sudden she's like, no, but we're all friends,
things.
and
yeah,
now everybody's like thinking about each other or whatever, and like, okay, like
yeah,
sure,
that's weird.
right? Well, it's not that weird because y'all been on an island, or
right.
like, it's not that weird for him. It might be weird for her. I don't know, but
it's also weird that like the first time she talks to Orly about Hank, he's like, I didn't know him that well. Dad didn't like him.
mm-hmm.
And now, right at the very end of what we were reading, he was like, he talked about you, and she's like, oh, he talked about you, and
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. And maybe I'm just misunderstanding.
Well, I think too, there's just like a lot of talk, and there's a lot of things to remember. So we definitely could have missed some of it, and it's definitely possible that Dad didn't like him, but we all knew him very well, right? Like the kids alone.
Right. Yeah. Very true. And the dad's telling Orly he just needs to be very thoughtful about what he says. So something happened to Hank. Hank didn't just like leave.
Right. Well, like and that's, I don't know, Hank being dead isn't like really the mystery, I don't think. Like, why did he lose his mind there? Why did he think he was in danger? What's that about?
And who was he in danger from?
Yeah. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's and who broke the communications?
I just thought that was the storm. I mean, like, it was all at once, which is weird.
He said someone did it.
Somebody did it. Yeah, I don't know.
He noticed it after the last ship left. So they have 6 weeks. Maybe like 4 weeks left now, because she's been healing for a week and then farting around for a week. Still bleeding, by the way.
Like, we're definitely being led to think that he's the bad guy, right? The dad, Dominic, is. I mean, like, right? He's cleaning up blood. That's what guilty people do, Somebody said they were in danger, and now they're not there, but Dom is there, right? But, like, what if... I don't know. What if Dom and Hank were working together in some way? Or, like, what if... I don't know. What if somebody was, like, developing some crazy disease, or... I mean, I don't know, right? Poisoning the seed vault, and then they got away. Hank died trying to stop them, but they destroyed the communications and everything because like they can't kill kids, so they got to leave Dom alive to take care of them, but they're just trying to like buy themselves time or something. I don't know.
So yeah, so we're not real sure about the people. Like, where'd they all go?
Yeah.
Where's Hank? Why'd he leave? Why wouldn't he tell her? There's also something that Peggy mentioned, and it was right on the last Finn chapter, I think. Finn's like getting ready for bed. She was going to stay in the house, and she sees someone walk by the window, and she's like, I'm out of here. And goes outside to go walk down to the boathouse. And tells no one.
Yeah, so that's part of the mystery, is like, why is the daughter living out of the boathouse? And part of it could be like teen angst or whatever, and they definitely like...
They hinted that's her running away.
But like, there's got to be more.
Because the dad believes that she doesn't feel safe in the house anymore.
Yeah.
And that he failed her in keeping her safe.
Yeah.
So maybe something happened.
Yeah. Shelby and Peggy are talking about the blood in the house. Yeah, we have no idea whose blood it is.
In the hut.
In the hut, yeah. Yeah, why is Finn living down at the boathouse? We also have Alex.
Why, yeah. Why did...
What's that about?
Alex die?
And like, are we even sure everybody else left? Right. Well, the only reason we think everybody else left the island is because Dominic is telling us
Is
that.
right. He is the weaver of the narrative that we have.
Right. Yeah, so Peggy, that's a good question. I have no idea if Alex like did that himself. It could have been done to him.
Right.
Um,
And
you
he
know,
seemed young, right? Maybe a little too old for Raph.
yeah, definitely. I don't know. He was old enough to be like sent on this expedition, which means you're
Right.
probably too old for like a high schooler. I don't know
Yeah.
what's up with that.
Yeah, that's a little concerning. And they do indicate that Raph is older than his school
Yes.
year.
Yes.
But still, I don't think that necessarily was appropriate. I did kind of wonder for a minute, like, what if Alex and Hank are the same person? What if he had introduced himself to Raph as Alex,
Mm-hmm. But then his
but
brother knew him as Hank. Orly, because Orly knows him as Hank.
right, well, like maybe they realize this is not who he has said he is.
Maybe.
This is Hank. You know, like I that just like I don't remember what made me think that, but there was something in the way that like Alex was described. Yeah, I don't know. And we haven't seen like well, we do have Raph has a picture of Alex, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. There's lots of pictures in the research house. I don't know why I thought that, but something was described in a way that made me kind of wonder if they thought they knew him as Alex first and then realized no, he's a grown married man named Hank.
Mm-hmm. Could be. I just don't even know what the. It's hard for us to. I feel like this is a difficult week because there is a mystery, but we don't even know what it is, right?
Right.
People are not here for why, right?
Mm-hmm. Peggy made a connection to Pier Nessie.
She said Raph has a pic on his phone of Alex.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he threw it across the room, isn't
Yeah.
it? Okay. Peggy said that Orly reminds her of Pier Nessie. Just like content to learn and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and do all the things like that, grow the knowledge base. But also, this is very much like Pier Nessie in that there's a whole world here that we don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then like, do the kids even like really understand it? And like, I guess they must. But like, is everybody keeping a secret, or is just like Dominic keeping a secret? Also, Dominic is over here talking to his dead wife all the time,
Right.
so Orly's not like the only person,
Right.
and this could be something he's picked up like from his father.
Right.
It's also possible, and this would be fun if like the spirits of the dead are real here.
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
We don't have any like actual supernatural elements yet.
Mm-mm.
I doubt we get any. But
well, and we saw Fenn see someone walk past the window,
mm-hmm.
which I'm assuming was not real.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would someone just be outside in the cold? Unless the researchers are still there.
Yeah. So that was another thought. Is like, couldn't they be in like the unexplored highlands, hiding out or something? But then like, why wouldn't like if they're still there and they're hiding out for because they're in danger or something? I don't think Dominic would like let his kids run around.
Right.
Solo. What if one of the kids did something bad?
Right. Well, that's like Dom has that whole discussion with Orly about, like, Orly's asking, was it okay that I said this? And Dom's like, yes, but you need to be very thoughtful about the things that you say and be very careful.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Orly knows something too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Orly saw something. Well, and even Dom said before to Raph, like, if anyone can keep anything from Orly, tell me how. Because he just figures everything out.
Mm-hmm.
He's just squirmy and gets into everything.
What if Raph killed Hank? Because Hank kills Alex or something, right?
Yeah.
What if it's and Dominic's trying to like protect his children?
Mm-hmm. Now I do feel like if Dom did any violence, it was to protect his kids.
Yeah, but also there's indication that Dom comes to the island because he's hiding from something in the first place.
And I thought as it developed that he was just running away from the fact that his wife had died.
Maybe.
Because he goes back to the mainland to visit her parents, gets a few
Yeah.
things of hers each time.
Peggy's asking about the lights. Yeah, I mean, like at this point, we're led to believe they're ghosts, but
Oh, I don't know that I've noticed any
the
light.
flickering lights, yeah, that's part of like they're out over the water and stuff. So I have no idea. No idea.
I probably just thought they were actual lights. Call it a light. It's a light.
It was kind of freaky about like that one house. There was a hut that used to be there, but the ocean just like rose one day a lot and just washed it away, like while there were people in it or something. Do you remember that part?
The hut, yeah.
Yeah, they're like the green hut or whatever. It's not there anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting choice to raise kids here. And there is a discussion about the choice of having kids. And in Rowan's case, she has chosen not to have kids. And that was a point of contention between her and Hank.
Yeah.
Hank's like, just do me this one favor. Just have this kid for me.
Well,
Hank.
I don't really agree with like Hank's perspective on that. However, I also don't agree with hers. The whole idea that like the best way to reduce our carbon footprint is by not having a kid.
Right.
While that might be literally true, it is not statistically significant enough to use as an excuse.
I think cow farts is more of an indicator of carbon footprint than
just don't
having a kid.
Beef or whatever. I don't know.
Right. Well, you know,
or like if you ever take one plane ride, there's nothing you can do ever
to undo that. Yeah. Yeah. Paul McCartney says just choose one night a week to not eat meat. And like if everyone would do that, then that would help reduce.
But even then, it's not cow farts. It's
the cow farts.
Coal burning factories and.
No, I really have heard though that.
Like, no. I mean, like
because we're breeding them so much. Yeah.
But still, like the most is industrial.
So anyway, back to the dad traum. So this is definitely you know, the book club has themes, right? Like one theme was a fungus theme, and one theme is a mom traum theme, and now we're on a dad traum and island theme, double whammy. So interesting choice to bring kids to this island. You know, there's a gajillion choices you have to make as a parent. Homeschooling or public school, very tough choice, right? Like there's pros and cons both ways. Moving them to a desert island, big choice. And even Finn says at one point, like, I'm nervous about when I go back to the mainland that I'm not going to know how to socialize. You're not.
Right.
You are not going to know how to socialize. You eat with your bare hands and you sleep outside. You are not prepared for civilization. It's going to be tough. But look at all the things that these kids do know how to do. And that's pretty cool too. And academically, they're not necessarily hurt. Orly has like the reading level of a grown academic adult. Raph has some kind of reading delay, but it happens sometimes. It doesn't matter where you raise your kids.
Right.
And they're working on it, and so that'll be fine. All you really need is about a 6th grade, less than that level to be fully functional in society. But yeah, is this okay to raise our kids on a seed island?
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he said, you know, I feel like like he was talking about the choices his parents made with him. He's like, you know, I don't understand why like they wouldn't let me do this, but they would let me do this, and now I'm just like, I don't know, like why did this happen? And he said, but like all told, I think my dad did a good job. And I said, well, like when it comes to kids, it's just about doing like the least worst, right? Like it's not about doing like the best job. You just have to do like not a bad one, you know? And I feel like, is this okay? I don't know. I feel like most of the time raising kids is not okay.
Yeah.
You just have to damage them as little as possible, right?
I mean,
it's like carrying a carton of eggs.
Some are going to bust.
So, you just have to.
Some are gonna slip out.
The point is to make as many of the eggs make it to the destination as possible.
I mean, there's just billions of decisions you're making constantly. It is impossible to do the right thing every time.
Well, and evidence suggests that even then, and this might be the edge case where it does matter, but most of the choices that you make as a parent won't add up to the environmental pressures and all the other things that and the peer pressure and things like that. So because these kids are stripped from a lot of the other factors that go into development, probably their father does matter more because there are not peers, etc. So.
Right. And Peggy brings up a good point. Rowan doesn't want to have kids because she doesn't want to put them through this world. She says the carbon footprint thing is just kind of an excuse, but the real reason is she doesn't want her kids to suffer.
Yeah.
And suffer with global warming, which I think is her big point.
That makes sense to me.
And that is, I think there are many people who use that as a reason to not have kids. And I also think it's not a reason to not have kids. The world is always in a struggle. It's we are a living being. It's our natural inclination to reproduce. And so I get it when you say I don't know that there's going to be a comfortable future available. So I don't want to subject my kids to that.
Sure. But also it was objectively worse in all other times of history.
Human violence versus the earth eating us.
Well, and the earth destroying you is always a factor.
Right.
Just always.
I mean, we could be hit by an asteroid or an earthquake just swallow us up at any time. I mean, there's all kinds of things that could happen at any time.
One of the things I've been thinking about lately is just what are the odds that we, we've been concerned about sea level and global warming and extinction of species, et cetera, for a long time. And honestly, we haven't done a whole lot about it. We've done some, but we haven't done a whole lot. But what if we are on the cusp of that just rapidly changing for the better? And we've just been accustomed to thinking this is just a long, slow decline. But what if with AI and things we suddenly figure out some solutions that we never had before? It's entirely possible that even though the planet is in a precarious state, that our ability to solve complex problems that have never been done before is also accelerating. Yeah, that's my thought.
Shelby and Peggy on Fable were having a conversation towards the beginning of the book. I have just forgotten what I was going to say. Hang on. Oh, yeah. This was while we were just learning what the setting was. Has this world ended already?
Right. We really don't know.
Are we further in the future than we are today?
Maybe.
Does this book intend to be 2026 or does it intend to be 2046 or 76?
It's hard to tell. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But yeah, so they're pointing out that Rowan's sister was having a baby. Now that could be, some time in the past. I mean, I think we're led to believe it was a year or two, but
I missed that.
Yeah. That was when she goes to live with her sister. Rowan does. After Hank leaves to go to the island. That part's not super well spelled out in my mind, but I'm pretty sure that was the order of operations.
Yeah. Shoot. How did that happen?
So I think that's part of the problem is that I don't have enough breadcrumbs to start stringing this together, and so I'm just being chucked information. This is something I was going to say earlier was I keep thinking Orly keeps dropping knowledge on us about dandelions and random stuff, and I keep thinking I should be paying attention to this because there's some hint about the world and what's going on or something.
Well, and the fact that an island is not quite as isolated as you might think, because that dandelion made it from the mainland to the island, and the hook, not dandelion, the hook seeds attached to the albatross and make it to the island.
Mhm.
So the island is not immune, from
Mhm.
like the impressions of the outside world.
Mhm.
And so I think maybe that has something to do with it.
Maybe.
I love the descriptions of like the albatross when Rowan asks Orly, show me something I've never seen before. And he takes her down to see
Mhm.
the albatross sitting
Mhm.
on the egg.
Mhm.
And Rowan's like, I can just lay here for the rest of my life and stare at this. Or like when she walks outside and just sees the stars and she's like, it's freezing out here and I'll die, but I could totally just lay here and die and watch the stars. To see that kind of such undisturbed nature,
Mhm.
to see an albatross in real life, that would be so cool.
You want to see an albatross? I'll
Yeah.
make it happen.
I just love it. Like I love books that take me to new geography.
Mhm.
Like even though this island is false, this is not
Sure.
real, it's still very well described, and I feel like this could be somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I really love it. I like it a lot. What else we got going on in the chat? They're just putting pieces together and
Yeah,
figuring
just
it out.
talking about clues and
The audiobook version of this is really good.
Mhm.
There's several different narrators. So Dom has his own voice.
We've heard Dom before for a book we've read. I
Have
also think
we?
we've heard Rowan before.
Okay, yeah. Rowan has a voice. Raph has a voice. Yeah. Oh yeah, Orly has his own little voice. That might still be one of the. It might be the
somebody
same as
else, yeah.
Raph's. I'm not sure, but it's just well done.
Yeah.
I like their accents. Usually, if there's an accent, I can't do anything higher than 1.5 speed, and
Yep.
that is still true in this book.
It's true for me too.
I'm at 1.5. I tried to go up to 1.7, and I couldn't quite understand.
I started at 2 and I was like,
Maybe by the end.
it sounded Glaswegian.
Maybe by the end of the book we can bump it up, but 1.5 is where it sits for now.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's all I've got. So far, like great descriptions of nature. I am very concerned,
Mhm.
so we've got a few weeks left. We'll make it off the island, yeah? I mean, like,
Unless the army of the dead.
they don't seem to be violent.
No. What if this is some sort of like purgatory? What if this is like Lost?
I never watched that.
It's a lot.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
not
to tell
gonna.
you. I want to tell you it's worth it, but I'm not sure. It's worth watching a YouTube video that summarizes it.
I'm good.
I had a good time. We watched it live, me and my dad, for years.
I've seen one episode, and I've seen that one episode like 5 times. And I'm like, is this
That's about it.
like, am I really seeing the same episode, or is this every
They swapped. There were some famous people that directed that. I feel like the guys that did Game of Thrones did it. I feel like J.J. Abrams got involved at one point. I might be making that up.
Wow.
But anyway, they swapped directors like halfway through a couple times, and so like it's not clear that we ended up where we were supposed to be going in the first place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, that's Island.
Yeah. It is Island.
We're just fascinated. It's like the dark woods. It's like the deep sea.
Yeah.
The island.
Well, I mean, like an island is what another planet was,
Mhm.
like for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It was a place of safety if you were stranded, but also like a place of
Fear
And
and
isolation,
danger,
yeah.
and like we see that in the Odyssey.
yes.
Like they're cheering that they found land when
Yeah.
he decided to go a certain way,
Mhm.
and then they all die because of it.
Yeah.
So mixed bag. All right.
Yeah, let's wrap it up and keep reading. I feel like we'll just have more to say. I am looking forward to more of like the climate change discussion. Like I do think that part's interesting. And I've read several books that are just like about that
Mhm.
but similar to our last book, The House in the Cerulean
Cerulean
Sea.
Sea.
Yeah. That had like a good discussion embedded. And
Mhm.
I think that this is doing a similar job.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Very exposition.
Yes.
That's what we got.
A whole lot. but it is very vivid. I can see the whole thing.
Mhm.
All right. Well, y'all go to your reading. We're reading chapters 26 through
75?
maybe. It's all in a video. I have to go check the video every time.
It's 25.
26.
It's 25 chapters per reading.
Gotcha.
So it'll be 26 to 50.
Okay.
Yeah. 75 is
Cool.
the end.
All
Sorry.
Right. All right, folks. Thank you all for being here. We'll see y'all next time.
Happy reading.